gun, limousine right, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. Jet, we Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Face. Yeah. Bubba C. Yeah. Rick flaring on them. Rick flaring on them. Rick flaring on them. Rick flaring, sun up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's backpack, capital one. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at. No cap if the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he off of the leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
Happy Friday. You already know what it is. Back with another one. And listen, man, I never would have thought in a million years that your boy be talking about the band. I never would have thought in a million years I'd be talking about a band. Matter of fact, like backing the band, okay? Like, it still seems surreal to me. But listen, you know my motto from the Deborah Scott University: fair is fair, right is right, and wrong is wrong. It's just that simple for me. Don't care if it's the band, cheerleaders, dance, hockey, water polo, pigeon. I don't give a damn. Handball, I don't care. Right is right, wrong is wrong, and I'm about that life. Because when you see me coming, I keep saying it, when you see me coming, accountability police is in the area. Accountability police is in the area.
Negative, K. That's confirmed.
Negative, that is confirmed. I'm out here. I'm out here in these streets, all right? But once again, as always, if you don't like nothing I say today, you already know what you can do.
Unfollow me. If I make you feel some type of way, unfollow me. If low key you just hit a hey,
you can always unfollow me. I don't give a damn. Now, your favorite band channels, they ain't gonna bring the smoke like I bring it. Why? Because they gotta ask people for permission to get on their stuff. I don't give a damn. I don't give two shits about recording a band. All I know is this ain't making sense to me. And once something doesn't make sense to me, as my mama would say, if it don't make sense, it's a lie. So somebody lying today. Oh, yes, sirree. Oh, yes, sirree.
You are the only participant in the conference.
So, Scotty, let's round
All
this up.
participants are muted.
Let's get it working. All right, first thing first. I Papa freaks all the honeys, bunnies, Playboy bunnies, those one. This is the news coming out of the arena. It says the Human Jukebox is currently preparing for the Battle of the Bands, the Bayou Classic, which historically the band has received all of the proceeds of the Battle of the Bands. Currently, any proceeds made from the Battle of the Bands in New Orleans goes to the school. The participating bands receive $0. Now, a lot of you like, Scotty, what's the problem? The school still gets it. Listen, I don't trust none of these Negroes. Okay? I don't trust no HBCU with no money. I need my stuff cash in my hand. I'm not letting one of them admin people get the hold of my money and then somehow it trickles down to me and I end up with $5. I don't trust none of these Negroes with money. Listen, if the band is supposed to get that money, the band needs to be the one receiving the check. I don't trust none of these Negroes with money. Because somehow it always come up missing. It always come up missing when I need my money. Right? You know how come on, man. We black. Can I keep it a buck? HBCUs are like black moms when you get birthday money. I'm going to say that again for the people in the black, because you know, if you know, you know, and you're going to feel this one. When you was between the ages of 7 and 12, right before that like teenage season, and you would get birthday money and your mama would say, I'm going to hold on to that for you, baby. I'm going to hold on to that for you, baby. 2 weeks later, you walking around Kmart. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little older than some of y'all. You know what I'm saying? You walking around Kmart and you like, man, I really want that Ninja Turtle doll. Hey, Mom, can I get that Ninja Turtle doll with my birthday money? What's she gonna say? What birthday money? What birthday money? You're gonna be like, huh? Mom, I didn't spend anything. What do you know how you do as a kid? You get to squint. Huh? I didn't spend anything. How you think you got that McDonald's? How you think you got your shoes? How you think the water's on? How you think the lights is on? And you like, what? That was my money? Howie? Huh? Boy, you ain't got no birthday money. That is what HBCU schools do to all the programs. If you are able to get your money directly to you and keep it, you might want to do that. You might want to do that. You might want to do that. That's just my listen. That's just my personal opinion. Don't let these Negroes get your money. Don't do no third party affiliation. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. We all black in here. You know what I'm saying? Or some ethnicity, okay? Caribbean or whatever, West Indies. We all are a part of the black handbook of black mamas. Stop playing with me today, okay? Stop playing with me. So we've all been there because I've been there. You all been there. We got black mamas. So I don't want to hear that. Everybody understand what I'm saying. So HBCUs are black mamas with birthday money. Okay? You can't trust them. Somehow my money becomes all bill money. Somehow the band's money for these value for the battle of the bands becomes it becomes everybody's money. How my battle of the bands money become everybody's money? How that happen? Huh? How that become that? That don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense. A lot of people are like, oh, because I know how y'all was going. I know where y'all was going. I know all you Southerns, you know, them Southern fans that don't want to get their school talked about. And, oh, but Scotty, the school still gets the money. Oh, Scotty, the school still gets the money. So we're good. Nah, you're not. No. And that black mama analogy, set that shit straight. So now you understand what I'm saying. We all on the same accord. Okay? So give them Bamas their money directly. Don't do no third parties. No, we ain't doing none of that. Ain't no, I'm going to hold on to it for you. Ain't no. No, they can hold on to their own. If they going to F up their own money, let them F up their own money. All right? That's my little 2 cents. This is my little 2 cents. There's an article in the description below. Right? There's an article in the description below by the Southern Digest. Shout out to them. If you want to read the full article, you can go in the description below. It's the full article. In the article, the director of bands, Kendrick Taylor, says, our entire budget for band expenses is Pine Bluff's budget for scholarships alone. I'm going to say that again because a lot of y'all might have missed that, okay? Because I missed it when I first read it. Our entire budget for band expenses is Pine Bluff's budget for scholarships alone. They have $1 million scholarship budget. We're not talking about travel, nothing else. It's just their scholarships. We can't compete with that, Taylor expressed after revealing that he only has $120,000 to give in scholarships to his students for the year. First of all, if UAPB beats you in anything, you need to be double checking your books. If the University of Arkansas in Pine Bluff is beating you in anything, sports, finances, books, accounting, I don't give a damn what it is. You need to be double checking your shit. It's like the guy who you know ain't got no credit, ain't got no job, ain't got no place to sleep, but he got a nice car. How that work? How does that work? That don't make sense to me. And this is the same school, mind you, because, you know, listen, if it's one thing about me, I'm going to stay with some facts, okay? Because I ain't for the emotions. I'm about facts, right? This is the same school. Let me blow this up. Athletic department leaders and coaches at the University of Pine Bluff solicited help during town hall style meeting Saturday as they overcome a $3 million deficit, become more self. Their athletic budget is $3 million in the hole. It's $3 million in the hole. How we financing all this stuff? How are we financing all this stuff? I'm confused. I'm just confused. Where is this money going? Because Southern don't got a $3 million deficit budget, but UAPB can have $1 million in scholarship funding. Something is, once again, my mama always said, if it don't make sense, it's a lie. How can UAPB, whose band is unknown, I don't even know their name, okay? Does anybody know their name? Because I damn sure don't. They are $3 million in the hole. They have a $1 million scholarship budget for their band. How is Dr. Taylor only getting $120,000? This ain't, Southern ain't in a $3 million deficit. Somebody gonna have to explain that shit. Marching Music Machine of the Mid-South. Sounds like a bank, okay? Of the Mid-South. That sounds like a bank. Don't sound like a band, sounds like a bank, okay? Somebody gonna have to make it make sense to me. Somebody gonna have to make it make sense to me. How UAPB is beating you in anything? It's crazy to me. And the fact that kids are going out of their way to take out student loans to be in the Southern band just speaks to the quality of the band. And they call it a band school, and they can't give. How are you called a band school? And you're doing your, what? Southern is messed up. There is no Southern University without the human jukebox. Ain't nobody checking for Dooley. Ain't nobody checking for Dooley. Ain't nobody checking for your basketball coach. Ain't nobody checking for your president. They damn sure ain't checking for your AD. He garbage. They ain't checking for nobody in that building but the human jukebox. The human jukebox is on television. The human jukebox is at super. Man, like, come on, bro. What are we? Hold on, y'all, because y'all really pissing me off right now. The human jukebox is at the Super Bowl. The human jukebox is at the Bill Clinton's inaugural. The human jukebox is being invited to the MGM to open for Florida. This ain't Southern. This ain't none of your professors. This ain't none of your football coaches. Pete Richardson ain't going to no Super Bowl. Pete Richardson ain't at the inaugural. Pete Richardson ain't at Las Vegas. What are we talking about? I'll be the first one to tell you that I ain't a band guy. I'll be the first one to tell you that I ain't a band guy. I don't give two shits about the band. But you can't be blind to the truth of what this brand of band brings notoriety to your institution. Why do you think these schools want to play you? It ain't because of your football team. Ain't nobody wanting Southern University to go play UCLA because your football's good. Ain't nobody doing that. White people want to see the black people and the band. What are we doing? How does this, this don't even make sense to me. That's like, let me give you an example. When I hear of what Southern is doing to the human jukebox, or what they're trying to do to the human jukebox, or what they've done, or what they left, it's like the LA Lakers asking, that's like Tom Brady being the least paid person on his team. Like he getting the veteran minimum. He getting the veteran minimum. But he's the reason everybody coming to the game. Ain't nobody coming to see the College of Business. That's my biggest issue with all this. It's like the human jukebox is LeBron, and you're trying to get LeBron to take the veteran minimum. You don't do that. You don't do that. It just don't work the same. But you're constantly trying to give them crumbs. As black people always try to get the most for less. That's the shit that be blowing me. That's the shit that be blowing me with black people. You always try to get the most for less. Oh, we won't give the band everything they need, but we gonna put them on everything. We not gonna give the band everything they want and need, but we gonna use them for everything, for the school. That don't make no sense. We're gonna give them a low budget. We're not gonna give them everything they need. We're not gonna pay them money directly. But we're gonna use them all. We're gonna use them as much as we can. Nah, something wrong with that. I ain't a fan of that. I ain't a fan of that at all. It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. But we're going to continue on. Once again, I got this from Wikipedia. Within 75 years of its existence, the human jukebox has not missed a beat. They have been recognized across the nation by USA Today, Time Magazine, ESPN, and the NCAA as one of the best marching bands in the country. Now listen, once you say Time Magazine, what else are we talking about? What else are we talking about? Like, no disrespect to no history about Southern University. What else has been in Time Magazine? Who else? Who else? And if you want to talk about Dancing Dolls, they're partnered in this, so miss me. I'm not gonna make the delineation between the Dolls and the band. They're like a package deal, so miss me with that. So I don't care, right? But once again, nobody's asking. Nah, I ain't even gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there, but they're a package deal. They're a package deal. I'll say that. They're a package deal. Nobody's paying for the dog. But anyway, but my thing is this. Nobody else from Southern University that I know, because I don't know much, because I'm not part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's been in Time Magazine. But the band. What are we talking about? But they can't get what they need. Dr. Taylor can't get what he needs. But they're the biggest thing on your campus. Because it damn sure ain't your football. See, Jackson State is a little different. Their football and their band, the football's brand is bigger than the band right now. Right? But before that, the band was bigger than the football. It just is what it is. That's the dynamic they fighting. At Southern University, you're not fighting that. You're not fighting that dynamic in Southern University. The football team is nowhere near the band. Not even on the same stature. Not even the same realm. Okay? Not even in the same realm. We not even on the same block. We not in the same tax bracket. So I mean, it's just amazing to me how your biggest entity gets the least amount of resources. But you know, hey, it is what it is. They do what you do, but wash your shoes. The Human Jukebox is one of the most watched and followed collegiate marching bands in the nation, with over 200,000 followers on Facebook, over 100,000 followers on YouTube, and over 90,000 followers on Instagram, and several social media videos reaching over 1 million views. But they can't get $1 million budget for scholarships, though. Oh my gosh. Listen, bro. Probably one of the best media departments in all the land, in the band world. Brought to you by the school. Listen, man. It's just different. It's just different. Listen, man. I'm not a band guy. Right? I went to my first battle of the bands, Jackson versus Southern. Right? When the game was happening, they lost the game, but in my opinion, they won the battle. But this song right here, I probably, next to the Jesse Powell U that they played against Jackson, which washed them, straight washed, okay? Like, put them underneath the dirt. This song right here, they just different, man. It's different. First of all, to have a shot of the guy with the little trombone trumpet, that's a damn good shot. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Like he gotta got a GoPro. He gotta have like a chest GoPro on or something crazy. Let me explain something to you. I don't know much about the band. I love musicianship. But there's no way Jackson State can play this song. It ain't no way. If you can't play the song, you lose. I'm not understanding. Maybe that's just me. But if you can't play the song, if you can't play this, you lose. Okay, that's just my personal opinion. about. Y'all not playing like that. Oh, you're not playing. They listen, when they played that, you got listen. What are we doing? What are we doing? You're not playing like that. All y'all do is ha ha. Y'all sound like a car blowing horns. That's all y'all sounded like. Ha 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 ha. I mean, that's all y'all sound. That's all Jackson State sound like all day. Ha 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 ha. Like you that's all you sound like. Like, oh my. I never knew what hit him with a little flight of the bumblebee meant until I never knew what that meant until I heard them play tomorrow. I never knew what that meant. Hit him with a little flight of the bumblebee, right? The musicianship of it is just beyond belief. It's real easy to be loud. Ha ha ha. Sound like a car horn blowing on 10,000. Beep 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 beep. That's all. Beep beep beep. Like that's cool. But I never understood what hit him with a little flight of the bumblebee meant until I heard this, and I'm like, oh, they got washed. Oh, they got washed. Oh, you got washed. You got washed. Like, come on, man. Like, stop. You got washed. Oh my God, man. That's different. That's different. Okay. It's not the same. It's not the same. That's really, listen, man. I'm sorry. I don't. What bothers me is this. What bothers me is this. One, that the fact I'm gonna go off. It's called Offscript for a reason. So I'm gonna go a little Offscript. What bothers me is that there is nobody to judge these Battle of the Bands but the people who actually go to the school whose allegiance fits the band. I don't have an allegiance to anybody. People know I can't stay in Jackson State. People know I hate the band. So I'm here listening to it. I'm just here off the personal opinion of me. Just like, hey, I love music. All right, play some music. And based off that alone, Jackson State got to wash. Now, listen, Jackson State does a lot of washing. They've washed a lot of bands in the stands. Listen, FAMU, don't even show up to no more stand battles. You suck. You suck. You're like Atlanta A&T off the freaking drum line. You suck. You suck in the stands. You absolutely suck. You get washed all the time. Okay? Every Orange Blossom Classic I've been to, y'all Bama suck in the stands. Just don't even show up. I don't get it. Alabama A&M, you suck. Okay? You suck in the stands. You don't do anything. You suck. Okay? I've seen Jackson State wash plenty of bands in the stands. It's just what they do. Okay? It's just what they do. But when I went to my first Battle of the Bands, and I just sat there and from what Smash told me, hey, Scotty, it's the best one to go to. 2 best bands in the land. I'm like, okay, cool. I would love to see it. I'm sitting there and I'm listening, and I swear to God, all that kept popping in my head was Jackson State. It's just like ha ha, like it's just like it's like there's no flow, there's no rhythm to how they play. It's just like hard. You know what I'm saying? It's like that white boy off drumline. He's like boom boom. It's really like that's what Jackson State sound like at the Battle of Bands, like the white boy off a drumline. He's like boom boom, and he's like boom boom, and he's like, and then he's like, you know. And Nick Cannon comes up to him and like, you gotta make love to your drum. You know, you gotta be, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be a little, you know, you gotta feel it. You know what I'm saying? So when you listen to Southern, it's just like it's just like a melodic, like they just take you on a ride. You know what I'm saying? Like they just take you on a ride of just like ups and downs and highs and lows, and just you like, oh, this is nice. Like you're on a boat, just like, oh yeah, this is nice. This is a nice little car ride. Okay, cool. But you know, it is what it is. That's just my little 2 cents on that. It just really bothers me that there's no judges at a battle of the band. Like that really bothers me, because you got Jackson State fans who are never going to say we lost. You got Southern fans who are never going to say we lost. So you're just sitting there like, who's biased enough to say, you know, somebody won? And I am. It was Southern. That's it. I'm just saying. Listen, I know where my bread is butter at. I like sports. I'm just telling you what I heard. I don't know what to call it. I don't know no winds, no pipes, no woodwinds, no bass, drum. I don't give a damn. I don't know none of them names. I know the triangle, all right, and the cello. I know the triangle and the cello. I'm just telling you what I heard. All right, I'm just telling you what I was listening for. And one sounded like a melodic, like a harmony, and then the other one sounded like a car horn, just on full tilt, just ha 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 ha. That's all I heard. I'm just telling you what I heard. So anyway, just my personal opinions. But you know me, listen, I can't leave you hanging. I gotta give Southern something. I gotta give the battle of the band. I gotta give the jukebox something before I leave here. All right. I'm gonna help you help yourself. Okay. And I'm gonna help Southern University. And listen, you can take all my ideas. You know what I'm saying? Just know your boy Scotty helped you out. All right, let's get it. Fundraising. Now, you got a partnership with Raising Cane's. I'm going to need you to tell them white people to come up with a lot more money. Okay, I'm going to need you to go get your money. Go get your moolah. Okay? If they partnershiping with you, they need a partnership and drop some ducats. All right? They need it. It's too many Raising Cane's out here with that nasty-ass wet chicken they be serving. Okay? Thinking they the God's gift of chicken fingers, which they not. They the white version of it. Is disgusting. Now, the fries are pretty good and they toast is bomb. But they chicken is like wet chicken. Is nasty. All right? But since you want to partner with them, you need to get your more money. Need to get your ass some more money. Okay? Just tell them to get you with some of that money, that white chicken money, and go ahead and drop it. Ain't too hard to get, ain't too hard to get y'all another $500,000, $250. You know what I'm saying? That's just where it's hot, wet chicken, Los. It's not good. It's hot, wet chicken. It's just nasty. All right. So need to get more money. Okay. I need more. Get more. So go back, double dip. You know what I'm saying? Get more money. Merchandising. Now, Smash has told me that you guys are very particular about band paraphernalia, okay? And there's like a certain level, of what can and cannot be sold. But you need to come up with something to be sold, okay? You need to have the drum major as a doll, or some type of, honestly, the drum major doll one was actually Kofi's idea. That was actually a damn good idea. Kofi was like, why don't they just make the drum major into a doll, or sell it, as a like every year you gotta do drum major, sell the drum major, whatever. So come up with a doll or whatever, a statue or something, a snow globe of the band during Christmas time, something like that. T-shirts, Human Jukebox T-shirt, Human Jukebox fan, something. Okay? And you need to have the people that are interesting, the dancing dolls or whatever, they need to be able to sign merch. If it's a poster, if it's a T-shirt, like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Signature, sign something. You got to start merchandising yourself better. I should be able to log somewhere, all right, and buy some Southern Human Jukebox merch, okay? Maybe a Human Jukebox speaker. I don't know, whatever. Human jukebox something. A car wrap, a magnet, a mouse pad. You know what I'm saying? So somebody can put in my job or my whatever. All right. Raising Cane's is nasty. Okay. Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? Oh my God, I was in the band. No, you weren't. Okay, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Like, God, come on, man. Like, what the hell, bro? Like, y'all be killing me with this set claiming stuff. And like, bro, you're trying to make money. Okay? They're trying to make money. Okay, you want to care and be broke or care and make some money? Like, come on, man. Have whatever you want to have exclusively for the band and make something else for somebody else. It's not that hard. Everybody, oh my God, like, oh, band. Bro, throw your bees up for the band. I don't give a damn. You want to be broke? You want to be broke or you want to make some money? Like, come on, man. Stop with this. Oh, Jesus freaking Christ. All right. This one right here, to me, is the biggest and needs to happen. Ticket shares. All right. Now, from what I've been told from a few Southerns, from Southernites or whatever y'all call yourselves, that the football prices are between $20 and $35. Right? Increase it. Make the minimum 40, make the minimum 45, and go up from there. And whatever's extra, you give to the band, right? Because they're playing the 0 quarter. You're staying late for the 5th quarter. They deserve some of that ticket money. Because if we're being honest, when y'all was sucking, all right, and when every band was sucked, every football team sucked at some point in time, they came for the band. So if you increase the ticket prices and you give the band their share, because if you think about it, the football team isn't missing out on anything. They're used to getting $35 or $30 or whatever. You're bumping it up so you can pay the band. Because they're just as much a part of the experience as the football teams. All right? So if you do that, you can have that money to the band. So every season, they're getting a new influx of money. And we're not asking for much. An extra $10 on a ticket is not life-ending. As we would like to believe, oh my God, we're raising the ticket prices $10. Well, you're trying to fund your band as well, which is so hugely a part of the success of the team. So that just is what it is. And my last idea, not mine, this is Kofi. Kofi gave me this one as well. He says, FAMU, right? Every department donates a part of their budget to the band. Why? Because the band is the staple for the school, right? So each department gives a piece of their budget to the band, which is fair, which is flat out fair. There has to be a way that the school is giving back to its band, which puts them in a national market. So that's all. Listen, these are ideas. These are ideas that I feel that I got from other guys that logically could help the band to what it is. Now, I heard that the band is funded by student fees. I've heard that from Southern. All right. That's what I heard from that side. But from FAMU, that's what they said. They said they fund the band from some of the department. Kofi told me that. I don't know if it's true or not. He told me that. But I think it's a damn good idea. I think it's a damn good idea. So just take that as it is. All right. And last but not least, I got to hold somebody accountable. All right. I'm not really holding him accountable. All right. I'm just saying he's the new president coming in. So he has to understand the hill that he has to climb, and he has to put everything in perspective. So Mr. Shields, Dennis Shields, I can't say you're the problem because you just got in there. But as a new person, you need to fix it. No shit, Sherlock. If you would listen for a quick second, I just said that. All right? So what I'm saying is since you're the new guy, you're the newbie, figure out a way, be innovative to help the band out. That's just my personal opinion. Call lines are open. 518-263-8124. 518-263-8124. Hey, TG, coming to you.
Scotty.
What's up?
Give me a quick up to speed, my boy. I heard some, but I ain't hear it all. What's going on with the juke, bro?
Oh my gosh, bro. I can't. I just
don't worry about it. You ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do all that. First off, if they're not getting funds, bro, that idea you just had of the different colleges helping them, I think is wonderful. I think it's great. If that's what FAM is doing, that is great. But man, bands like Southern and Jackson State have struggled with getting funds, you know what I'm saying, into the bands for years, bro. And like a lot of times we have people stealing from us, you know what I'm saying? Even band directors in past years, Southern band, even our band, even Jackson State band, you know, it's almost like pimping you. You'll go do a battle of the bands or something, and you know the people at the battle of the bands will pay the band $5,000-$6,000, and sometimes band directors will pocket that money instead of helping those who need scholarships, or these people that's pouring out these blood, sweat, and tears to be at the practices all night, going to these different sectionals to be the best band, or to be, you know, talked about as being the best band in the SWAC or in the land or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You came to the Battle of the Bands with Jackson State and Southern, man. It's probably the top two bands in the SWAC, like, that's talked about. So can we get the school to help out with this? Like, it's sad, you know what I'm saying, that these kids got to go through this. I went through it, even being at J State, you know what I'm saying, instruments messed up, and they cost. That stuff costs. A tuba probably costs about $5,000-$6,000, just one. I'm saying I'm a band director, so that's just one tuba. Then you got 20, 30 something tuba players, and if you don't have enough tubas, you know what people doing, sitting out, you know what I'm saying, red shirting or something. Like, it's hard, bro. I understand the struggle. I ain't get to see all of it. That's why I caught some of that last bit of it, bro. But I think that's a good idea, having some of those other departments help chip in and chip out, because they expect the band to do a lot of stuff beyond just the football team.
Yeah, they
expect the band to do a lot of things that people, you know what I'm saying, all they do is be hanging on the backs of the band, like, yeah, our band went here, they did this, they did that, but you don't know what it's taking to get them there. And people talk about stuff like, well, why the band didn't come to this game or come to that game? Well, they have a specific budget that they have to deal with every year. Facts. They have to figure out, okay, this football season, I can't go to this game because it's going to cost too much to travel and all that. So if these other departments would pitch in, that will help the band be able to travel, be able to get instruments fixed. They won't have to have tape and stuff on them and things of that nature. So that's what I got, bruh. Because like I said, I only caught the end of it. Hey, all 308 of y'all in here, like the stream. My man out here putting out buku content today. I'm talking about, bro, you're hitting them back to back, dog. I'm trying to get my kids in and out of here so I can listen to what's happening. Like the stream, bro. For real. My man Scotty out here working like the stream. All right, I'ma holler. Got it.
You, hey, appreciate you, TG. 6454 coming to you. Hey, caller, you live. 6454, you live.
Hey, Scotty, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm fine. What Southern you need to do is, number one, apologize to Nathan Hamer. He actually generated a lot of money for that band. And because he didn't want to give Southern the money to use in other departments, they had him arrested.
The school had him arrested.
Well, you know, they did the audit, the allegations of he was stealing. Because he didn't put the money into their account. He kept the money. He kept the money that he made from the band. Because he already knew what they was gonna do. He knew if he would have put that money into the school account, he wouldn't have saw that money. And Mr. Taylor's dealing with it now. The money they generate, they don't see it.
Wow.
So what they need to do is apologize to Mr. Hamer because he was looking out for the band. When Mr. Hamer was the director, they got new uniforms, they got new instruments, they had a lot of stuff going on that Mr. Hamer made happen. So what they need to do is apologize to Mr. Hamer. And that's all I got.
No problem. Appreciate the call. Oh, listen, I told you. I said, you can't trust these niggas with no money. HBCU schools are the black mom with birthday money. You ain't gonna see it. You ain't never gonna see it. It's gonna be gone. That just is what it is. And I hate that. I hate that for these, man, like, I was reading the article in the description below, and I'm just like, practice until 11 o'clock at night. One of the kids said they were glad they didn't go to FAMU's game because they don't get breaks. Like, they're always on the go. And I'm just like, damn, like I didn't think the band was that intensive until I'm talking to Kofi, and Kofi's like, hell yeah, like, think about it. You got over, 150 people, 200 people or whatever, trying to make them sound on one accord. And if you sound bad at any given night, you're going to get embarrassed or put on national television. 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning? Oh, hell no. Hell to the no. So when you add that into the function of kids going to class, the dude said he was going to class, doing band, and working. That's a different level of commitment. And the least the school could do is be able to offer these kids more scholarship money. Like, it's ridiculous. You at least want them to have a full ride scholarship so they don't have to worry about, paying for this and paying for that. They just got to worry about, keeping themselves hungry and waking their ass up the time to get on school. But 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning? That's ridiculous. I couldn't imagine, man. I just couldn't imagine. But the thing about it for me is, the thing for me is this. I always say the school, there is no, oh my gosh, this is what frustrates me so much, that these administrators and there is no Southern University without the kids. There's no Southern University without these kids putting their bodies on the line, putting their time, putting their energy. There is no human jukebox. The name doesn't mean anything if you don't have people playing in it. You can have this big fame, and you can have the dancing doll name, you can have the human jukebox name, you can have all that. But if you don't have people involved in it, putting their blood, sweat, and tears into it, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a name. Smash, coming to you.
Yo, Scotty, man, I think one of the biggest takeaways from this, you know what I'm saying, is like Southern and Jackson are like one of the biggest bands. We always get mentioned of, like, a lot of bands deal with these problems. And it's funny that this is to the forefront. And we talked a couple of times before the show today, like a lot of bands like need to step forward and say something, you know what I'm saying? Because I talked to a lot of band directors. I'm cool on first name basis with a lot of, like, the biggest thing is admin supporting the band. You want the band to show up for every pep rally, every time somebody get a new position, something. You want the band, whether it be a cut in or something, to come out, but y'all don't support the band. If you ask 10 band directors what's a problem or what's something that all schools can work on, more support from administration, simply. And that's just the icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? Everybody deal with these kind of problems in some shape, form, or fashion. These kids practice so late at night just to get things perfect, but when the band needs something, you know what I'm saying? They act like it's a problem. Yeah. They are the biggest ambassadors of the school. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Scott, I just think, this is a big topic. I think that everybody in here can relate in some kind of way with their band, whether it march for somebody or something that, is scholarship money. And the test of Southern alone, like, we talked about it, like, kids go to Southern and march for free. You know what I'm saying? Take out student loan march free. That alone just shows you the product that they're working with over there at Southern. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, it really sad. It didn't have to be that way. I'm glad that the students from the Digest or whoever wrote the article wasn't scared or brave. You know how when somebody speak out, stuff happening in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad they wasn't scared to say something about this. I don't know how Grambling feel on their end about it, but I'm pretty sure they're in the same boat about not receiving anything from the Bayou Classic Battle of the Bands. But when you come this year and you see how many people gonna be there, all you gonna say is damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're not getting none of this money. It's a real thing. That's all I wanted to say.
Hey, appreciate it, Smash.
All right, Doc.
But this is the thing that kills me, because I'll say this. Ooh, y'all ain't gonna like this one. And 2283, I promise I'm gonna get to you. Give me like 5. Give me a few minutes. I'm gonna make my point. I'm gonna get right to you. Right? You ain't gonna like this one. Right? See, we all in here on one accord. Oh, Scotty, yeah, the kids getting done wrong. Oh, Scotty, the kids doing da-da-da. Let them kids boycott the Bayou Classic. And alums are going to, and that's from Grambling or Southern, you're going to have alums that are going to feel as though they've messed up their experience for the game. That's the key. Everybody's so I. Oh, I wanted to see the Battle of the Bands. Why isn't this happening? Why? Nobody wants to deal with the real issue, is that the kids and the program aren't getting what they need. So it needs to be, how can we help to make sure this doesn't happen again? Not alums and people coming to watch on their own accord or because they want to be entertained are saying, they messed up my experience. Why didn't they come? Sometimes you have to boycott. Sometimes you have to stand up for yourself. Sometimes you have to go on strike to get a point across. To show how important you are, sometimes you need not show up. 2283 coming to you. I call you live. $2283, you live.
Oh, my bad. I had it muted. My bad, man. Appreciate you for highlighting the issue. And one of the biggest problems is with blacks, with HBCUs, especially in the SWAC, is that a lot of these programs get ran like Little Baptist Church University on the corner. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and there's so much more that they could be doing. And even with this whole little thing with the Battle of the Bands thing, the whole Battle of the Bands with Southern and Grambling got started because both of the schools needed uniforms.
Wow.
So it's like, it's always been the thing that's contributed to the school. And even even when Dr. Greg, even back then in the early 2000s, like, we would maneuver different ways and try to do whatever we could just to have, like, either get Master P them to sponsor or some hoodies for the Battle of the Band. So it's always been a business thing and a small-minded thing. And then, like, you just take advantage of it. You just, okay, it's like you could be the pastor of the church, but you don't want to pay the musician, but you want the choir to sing before you preach. So it's like one of those type of mentalities. I'm glad that you highlighted it. Just like I'm glad Dion came and brought light to the SWAC. So a lot of these issues that we are facing can be dealt with and brought to the forefront, because a lot of times we just want to sweep it under the rug and just be like, oh yeah, I'm juke, I did this, we did that. And it's like, nah, bro, it's so much stuff like these uniforms look like crap now. Like our uniforms didn't used to look like that, even with less money. So it's like with this business aspect of it, it has to change, bro. Like they cannot be like just using the band like this and just getting over and taking money and using it like, oh, I got on Gucci, I got on Fendi, but you didn't pay for it, you stole it.
Wow.
And you want to walk around like I'm the flyest thing on the block. But anyway, man, I'm gonna get off your line, that you do what you do, but I appreciate you for bringing light to this, because it's not just Southern, it's not just Grambling, it's not just Jackson State, it's not just Alcorn. It's a collective, it's a cohesive thing that happens with all of them. And so everybody, like, if the band, because the band holds the culture for the university. When the football team playing like shit, people still gonna come and see the band. Yeah. I mean, band is the culture of the school, basically. When with talent being taken by PWIs. But anyway, man, appreciate you for what you be doing there. I'm gonna holler at you, brother.
Hey, no, appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much. Hey, Media One Sports, you preaching on that one, my boy. You are preaching on that one. The bands are required to act like athletes, but treat it like garbage. Woo! If there were 4- and 5-star band members, it might look a little different. If people's jobs was linked to getting the right talent for the band, it'll look a lot different. It would look a lot different. I'm going to just say that. Look, it looked like to me that the Battle of the Bands cost just like a football game to me. My boy Perry Wright said, Scotty, go look up these prices. Why won't it scroll down? Let me see. Zoom out. Yeah, they looking pretty expensive to me. $75. $75 for the close seats right here. $75 for one ticket. A football game don't even cost that much. Boy, they out here bugging today. $36.90 coming in, and they ain't getting none of that money. Oh yeah, I'll be boycotting my ass. Oh, I'll be boycotting I'll be boycotting. Hey, caller, you live.
Yeah, this is a caller that's calling in with about 15 to 20 years experience in band, have done the HBCU bands, and is currently serving as a band director teaching young Black students all over the South. It's a problem when somebody does the research, makes the connectivity with band merchants who service band paraphernalia, band instruments, and you go to the commissioner with a huge project that will put all the bands in the conference together and have them make money together and break bread together, but still service the people that they entertain one time a year. But I digress on that, because it's strange to me how somebody in administration says they want to do that, but then when you come to them with everything laid out and with sponsors, it's just like, oh, we're going to get to it, or somebody else is doing it, just because you hadn't figured out how to put your own hand in the pot and make money off of it. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is, man, but people are looking in, and people have like you exposing it, but at some point in time, we got to be solution oriented, and there's got to be some transparency. There has to be some accountability that sets forth and says, okay, look, this is what we're doing to help solve or to help circumvent this problem. But yet still, I see this big, robust conference with bands serving as ambassadors for their university and liaisons for their university, but you don't have a collective, like you said, battle or event that's only highlighted by the bands, that the entire universities, alums, fans, and whoever can attend yearly to support that particular school or all the particular schools at one time. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me, bro.
That's wild.
That's it, man.
No, appreciate the call. But that is such a good point. Like, I never thought about that. Like, why doesn't the SWAC put it as... Oh, my... that band was preaching. Think about that. Why doesn't the SWAC put its own band event together? You know you can get the Birmingham Legion field for about $1. Birmingham is going to give you the field. Now, do you want to have it on an open concept? Probably not. You know, you probably want to have a dome so it's no weather issue like that. But the SWAC got all the bands. You can literally put your own battle of the bands together. And it's been done so many times. You got so many band media guys. You got Smash. You got Showtime. You got MF Cool. You got all these guys out here that you can literally do your own thing. It could be a SWAC sponsored event to where the bands come, they get paid. It don't make sense. I don't understand. Like, oh my gosh. You could have a battle of the bands, right? For a SWAC, you could have a SWAC event before the Celebration Bowl, right? So that Friday, instead of the battle of the bands being, you know, it could be the battle of the SWAC and MEAC. Oh, I'm preaching. Thank you, God. You could literally have a SWAC and MEAC battle of the bands on Friday before the celebration. Wow. 5933 coming to you. Hey, caller, you right. I'll be you live.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up?
Look, what I'm about to say is going to hurt me. So I want to make that clear before I say it. What if we die down this band talk in its way, right? If we want to go forward and make the SWAC this, you know, conference of football, how about we die down this band talk and actually focus on football, right? Go ahead and let the bands, you know, scale back a little bit and focus on football. And I'm SU all day. I love my human jukebox, right? But it's like, what do we want? We want to be this, you know, prestige conference of football, but here we are again arguing about bands because just me and my knowledge of the SWAC, I grew up right here in Scotland, right across the street from Southern, right? All SWAC schools are band schools, but pre-Deion Sanders, right? Pre-Deion Sanders, when you went to YouTube and like say me, I had to work on a Saturday when Southern and Jackson State played, right? If I go on YouTube and type in Southern versus Jackson State, the bands pop up. Nothing about football. If I go on YouTube and type in the Bayou Classic, the bands popped up. Nothing about football. And I know it'll hurt a lot of people, right? Dying down the band. But it's like, what do we want? We have to start somewhere. And I think that might be a start. You know, let's cut back on the bands a little bit. Because from what I know with Southern, their band is like growing like in numbers. So I'm pretty sure it's costing them more money to travel and stuff like that. And, you know, the SWAC schools, they just don't have it. They don't have that type of money. It just is what it is, man. They don't have enough money to, you know, fund the bands and handle football issues, right?
Okay, let me stop you.
And
Let me stop you. Yeah, let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
How about this, right? Let me see if I can kind of give you what you're trying to say, and I want to like, what if we had like the BET Awards, right? And we took all the rap stars out of it. Like we had.
I get what you're saying.
Like,
go ahead.
because the thing about what you're asking is you're trying to, when you take something away or you try to dial something back, you're going to take an audience with you, right? You're going to take an audience.
I understand.
So explain to me how that helps in the overall picture. If you're dialing something down, you're gonna, because remember, not everybody has Coach Prime, right? So you got to take that out the picture
right.
as well. So a lot of these schools are balanced between people coming for the football, people coming for the band. And if you dial the band down, you're dialing your audience down as well. But it help me understand that.
That's what I was about to head to. I'm saying that about the band because, like I said in the beginning, it hurts me saying that, right? Because I'm a band person, right? I stay for the fifth quarters and stuff like that. I'm there 2 hours before the game to see the zero quarter. So it hurts me saying this, but all the talk this year has been, the SWAC wants to compete and it wants TV time, and we want to focus on football, right? We want to be this prestigious and I'm not going to say compete with the white schools because I don't see that coming no time soon, but that's what we have to start somewhere though, right? To get the football where it needs to be. And my thing is, if we really want that, how do we get our, athletic departments and the money that it's going to take to push for that? And we sit here trying to scrape up money to make sure we have the bands as well. It's like, I'm only asking, like, what do we want? Do we want to make sure the bands get their money and keep mediocre what they say? Because I love my HBCU and my SWAC football, right? I'm just saying on a bigger scale, they say that HBCU football is compared to high school football, right?
Okay.
And so all year long,
I get your point. I get your point.
I
get your point. I get your point. I get where you're going. Let me say this to you. You can build both, right? You don't have to.
You think so?
But I'm about to explain it to you. You don't have to diminish one to bring the other up, right? The bands have already been established, so there's really nothing to bring down. They just want funding. And the band has nothing to do with how your coach is recruiting. The band had nothing to do with duly selecting Bashawn McCray as his quarterback and you not going to the SWAC championship. The band had nothing to do with last year's debacle with Jimmy Rollins being your head coach, Jimmy Rollins, whatever. The band had nothing to do with that. The band is already solidified. You're asking the football and the recruiting and the coaching to come up in the SWAC. That has nothing to do with the band getting money. And if anything,
so let me ask you this.
I'm about to finish. Let me
Go
finish.
Go ahead.
If anything, the band should be getting most of the proceedings of these events. Why? Because when you weren't good, the band was holding it down. The band was the girl. When you were broke, they were with you. And now that you're hot, you want to upgrade to a white girl now? No. She's going to ride with you the whole way through. So she needs to upgrade with you. That means now that you hot, you better drop down and give me, I need to go shopping. I need some shoes. You know what I'm saying? You getting a facelift. I need a facelift. I need to get my hair and nails done. So that's what that needs to look like because they were holding you down when nobody cared.
Listen to me. I understand it. I promise you. I understand what you're saying. I'm with you on that. But I don't know how the money works. How the money is spread around. So I can't just offer. I'm gonna say going off my common sense. I just don't think the SWAC. And let's just use Southern. I just don't believe that Southern has enough money and enough, funds coming in to do both. Right? I just don't believe that. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm right. I just don't believe it. And so if I'm looking at it like, let's say just based off what I know, and I'm the whoever decides where the money goes. If we got money coming in, and the money has to be divided in between the band and the football team, I'm sending this money to the football team because I want my football team to be good, right?
Okay, let me ask you.
The band done held it down. I know y'all done held it down. Cause like I say, I've been going to Southern game. I'm 40 years old, man. my dad has been taking me since I was 5 years old. I've been in that stadium when the stands were bone dry.
Okay.
And those people that were in there were mostly in there to see the band, right? I know that. I get it. I promise I get it.
If you're saying that and still saying that the football team deserves the money, you don't understand it. Because let me explain it to you.
I know I got it. It's a slippery slope, man. I get what you're saying. I'm telling you, like the band held it down.
You don't.
And we can't use the Bayou Classic either, because the Battle of the Band for the Bayou Classic is an event. The Bayou Classic is a week-long event.
Okay. I let him talk. He was getting on my nerves, right? This is my issue with what he's saying. The band can make money all year round, right? That has nothing to do with the football team. Has nothing to do with the football team. In January, the band can do an event. In February, the band can do an event. In March, the band can do an event. In July, it doesn't matter. The band can make money all year round. They just want their money. Just give them just give them their money. When they go do an event, give them their money. If they go do something outside of football, give them their money. Very simple. They can make money all year round. Come on, man. Stop it. Mr. D and Smash, and then 4366 coming to you. Hey, calling you live.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up,
Look, people need to understand. This Dr. D, I spent 10 years at a university, and people got to understand budgets. Budgets, every band program, every football team gets a budget for the beginning of the year. They put their budget in, say at the end of fiscal year 22, they submit their budget for 23. The issue is when these bands make their monies outside of the budget, it still goes to the university general fund. And we need to understand that these schools underfund the band programs. For example, bands may not have enough food to go on the trips, transportation, put them in cheap hotels. Then you don't send them to the different games. The Southern band didn't even come down to FAMU. Okay? So why is that? They got budgets. They didn't have the money. Okay? So the issue is these funds need to go to the schools. A lot of these band programs are making money. A lot of these bands are making money for the institutions and not receiving the program. There needs to be more booster programs supporting these bands separately so funds can go directly to the bands to help with scholarships, food, and transportation. And it's just a foolishness. This has to stop. Everybody knows this. It's been going on for years. These schools are taking the money that the entities make and putting it in the general fund, which means that you can use it for any purposes you need to. That's what's going on, and it needs to stop.
Appreciate the call, Mr. D.
All right.
All right, let me help you explain it because a lot of you probably missed it. So what Mr. D is saying, and I'm going to break it down to you in the Southern way, right? Southern University has a thing called the Southern Foundation. Southern's Foundation is a private entity that negotiates all their contracts on behalf of Southern University, right? The Southern Foundation cannot be FOIA requested because it's a private foundation. So whatever money that comes into the foundation is only required and recorded when it gets put on taxes, right? So once the funding comes into Southern Foundation, they disseminate the money to Southern University. What Mr. D is saying, exactly, that you can't see their books, right? You can't see their books. What Mr. D is saying is that there needs to be something, a booster program, alumni program, a band program that does the deal on behalf of the band, right? The band then goes and does the event. The money gets paid to the booster. The booster takes that money and donates it to the band. That's how it works. Or buys whatever they need through the booster program. So if Dr. Taylor says, yo, I need new uniforms, he doesn't go to the institution. He goes to the booster program. The booster says, how much you need? He's like, I need 50 G's to do such and such. Okay. They take out the 50,000, they pay for it or do whatever, and it happens for the band. That's what Mr. D was saying. He said, because what happens is the band goes and does something, the band gets the money, but it has to go into general funds. They never see it again. That's what is going on. All right. Smash, coming to you. What's up,
Got it. In most simpler terms than that, for that caller that called before Mr. D about getting rid of the bands, whatever he's saying, that stupid shit. Listen, all the band actions for us to be supported more. And the worst part about this is Southern has the money. It'd be one thing if they don't have it. They need a bigger budget simply. And for everybody, and I'm going to say all bands need to be supported. I'm not saying Southern Jackson or the band, we're talking about it. Do you realize for people who don't see the importance of this, when the football team show up for football camp, what do you think the band show up to? Band camp. When the football team plans to December in the Celebration Bowl, right? They go to Celebration Bowl, right? Who got to stay on campus with them? The band. It's some bands that literally love when the football team lose. You want to know why? Because we get to go home early. We ain't got to stay here all the way into December. And people don't think about that. So for everybody who up in the comments trying to figure out why we said the band, get rid of the band, the bands don't need no money, they there just as long as the sports. They work harder than the sports. The football team may have 2-3 buses max. I don't know not one band in the SWAC, Proudly Valley, you know what I'm saying, they don't have 3 buses minimum. You know what I'm saying? To travel to these games. Support the band simply. People act like this is just some a facade or some bull crap we talking. They have the money. I think that's the slap in the face too, because we watch Southern University spend money on what they want to spend money on. We watch it. You know what I'm saying? They're not hurting for money. That's the BS. Now, granted, the foundation stuff, I don't agree with it, but simply give the band more money. $100 and some thousand is a damn slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? Give all of these bands more money to operate because they just as long as the rest of these sports on campus. That's my time, guys.
Hey, appreciate it, Smash. The only thing listen, guys, the only thing when you're this is the difference when you own it. It's no, okay. Let me break it down like this. The band right now is an employee of Southern University. They are getting a W-2. So you get what we pay you, right? That's what Southern University is right now. They are a W-2 employee. Southern University is saying, hey, we're going to pay you such and such. I don't care about your hoopla. I don't care about you, because they're not doing anything wrong. You get what I'm saying? They're not doing anything wrong. So what needs to happen is that you need to become the band needs to become an entrepreneur. They need a former band member, a former alum, or whatever to start a booster program for the band. So now they have their own pool and pot of money. They have the budgeted money that they're given, but they also need the pool of money by the boosters, which gives them what? More money. 4366 coming to you.
Hello, how you doing today?
I'm doing fine. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Amanda Buffin, and I'm calling from Mississippi, but I'm a former Grambling State University alumni band member, and I also had a chance to work with the football team, so I've kind of seen both sides.
Okay.
And I just want to say I really respect your show, first of all. But everybody pretty much just said, but I think it's important that what the band makes as far as the money, it needs to stay in the band program. Because I've seen the difference between both worlds. And a lot of people don't understand when it comes to the HBCU band, they are getting the money. The football team is using the money that the band makes.
Wow.
So to say you don't need the band, and I mean, and that's real. Anybody that's been in a band, HBCU band, and you can also attest to what I'm saying. They're pretty much vibing off of what we make. Because think about it, the football team only performs or does what they do at their scheduled game. But the bands are going to Super Bowls. I mean, they're going to Macy's Day Parades. They're going all over the country, and they're not doing this for free. They're being paid. But we don't see that money.
Wow.
But the football team does.
Wow.
You got to think about it logically. Where are they getting that money from? The band? The football team does not have that big of a booster. Come on now. So you got to think about that logically. Let us keep what we earn, right? That's just like when you go into the restaurants and they're tip sharing. So basically, we tip sharing.
Ooh, y'all do all the work, and then everybody else gets. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, that's my spiel. That's my spiel. Respect to everybody, all the HBCU bands. But like the guy said before, sometimes we're there before the football team, and we're there after. Mind you, what I just said. When I became a student trainer, I was like, "What?" I saw how the football team was eating. I'm thinking it's a huge difference. Huge difference. And I mean, I was in a band. We went to we did an ESPN commercial. I mean, we were all over the country. We went to the malls of America, Minnesota. Matter of fact, we went to the All-Star game, Michael Jordan's last All-Star game. So that's money that we didn't even see, but we worked our butts off. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can have a game without the football team, but good luck with that, because they're not only there financially supporting you, but we are cheering them on. But that's my feel.
I love it.
I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate it.
Yes, have a good one.
You too. Thank you so much. And the person that said you can't have the football, that don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. That's how dumb some of y'all sound. So the band can't go to the Macy Day Parade. Fam, you couldn't go to the Louis Vuitton jank. The band can't go to Floyd Mayweather. Like, what are we talking about? Shut up. The college football can't do nothing but college football. The band is the only thing that can move around in its own entity and make money. That's why Dion is begging for bowl games. He is begging for extra games for money. The band can literally pick their ass up and say, you know what? Hey, we going to go to Spain next year. We got invited. We going to make money. The band is the only thing that can say, you know what? Shit, you know what? I think we're going to roll over here to another parade and make money. Oh, we got invited to the Honda Battle of the Bands. Let's go down here and make money. Shut up. Don't even make sense. Dr. Lori, coming to you. Hey, Doctor.
Hey, how you doing?
Long time no hear from, Doc.
I know, but this is a great conversation tonight. It's so important that we all understand what you explained was absolutely correct. Now, you always call me the super booster, so I am. So I'm part of an organization with Kofi. I am the CFO of a band booster program for the Marching 100s called 8to5inc.com. And what we are a direct support organization for the band, for the Marching 100, because people don't even understand what it takes to move a band. It takes $200K to move FAMU bands.
Wow.
Okay, $200K.
Wow.
So we're in the process, as a CFO, I'm in the process of doing a lot of sponsorships and getting extra money for the band. And we're able to give it directly to the band. That means we don't have to fool around with FAMU or any of that stuff there. We can actually support the band because people don't know what these kids be needing. These scholarships. We had, how many away games? We had, I think, Grambling, South Carolina, and Alabama State. And we had money for the classics, but we didn't have money for the away games. And we're able to get money and funding through the university, thank God, for the Alabama State. But our goal is to make sure that the HBCU bands show up away. So that means that there has to be some type of other organization, like a booster organization, to actually help fund the bands. The fact remains is that every band should be fully funded, but it's not. And that is reality. The university does not do that because the band is an ambassador of your institution. So it has to be a commitment by the alumni or whoever to start an organization, a boosters program to help the band. And that's what we have done. Kofi. I've worked with him exclusively. He is the president. I'm the CFO, and we have been working diligently to make sure that FAMU shows up. And they need the money to show up. And it's like I said, $200K. And so we need to start thinking about that because we're already planning for next year about the away games and how much it's going to cost us. So we're going to be in Baton Rouge, and we're planning now. And we had heard, unfortunately, like a week before FAMU and Southern, that Southern didn't have the money to come because we would even try to do something to try to help them come because it's important that the band show up at the games because not only do they encourage their football team, but it's also what we call camaraderie. And so I think people need to open their eyes and understand that these bands are not fully funded. The university has the money, but they don't give it to them. And so they have to beg, plead, and borrow just to do what they need to do. And that's unfair. So it needs to be a grassroots thing with the alumni to start a boosters organization to help the band and make sure that they're able to meet their obligations.
Absolutely. Thank you for the call, Dr. Lori. Ooh, $200K? God, no.
Yes. Okay.
Appreciate it, Doc.
Bye.
All right. Listen, guys. Let me say something. I don't care. If your alumni association was so great, why is your band asking for money? Just because you have it don't mean it's working. That's like me saying, oh, yeah, if I got a job that doesn't pay me enough, I need to get more money. Okay, it's cool. Oh, man, we got an alumni association, Scotty. But are they giving the money necessary? Are they helping with the scholarships? If Dr. Taylor's saying you got $120K in scholarships and the alumni association that you have is not helping with that, what's the point? Anywho, listen, I promise everybody on the call line, I will get to you. I promise. Just bear with me. 9137 coming to you. Hey, caller, you.
Hey, what's going on, Scotty?
What's up?
Hey, what's up, Scotty? This is Monty from Detroit.
What's good, man?
Hey, man, you done opened up a can of worms, man, because I am a former band alumni from an HBCU. And here's the thing, man. When you really think about it, the band have more staff than the football team. And when you think about the size of a band, like the sister just mentioned about FAMU, because I was going to say FAMU had the biggest band for years. FAMU was like 350, 400 deep. So I already knew that took a lot of money to move FAMU, like she said. But when you think about it, those are not being in a band. Not only you are utilizing your talent and all of the skill and practice it takes to just perform on your instrument, but they're also students. You know, everybody in the band is not on scholarship. So let's say if you got a 100-piece band, you don't even have half the band on scholarship. So first of all those students are actually paying tuition. So it shouldn't be no reason why music programs are not receiving the funding. But once again, it goes back to this HBCU culture of this bullshit that we've allowed to go on for years. Because even with my former HBCU, I called the university and made a donation. And I said, I want my money that I'm sending. I send a nice check to go directly to the band director. And I contacted the band director and let them know, hey, I just made a donation over the phone and I want to make sure that money get directly to the band. But there's no reason why any of these music programs should have to suffer, because those kids, we work just as hard. Band camp starts in July. If you got a good football team, you're staying to November, December. Woo! You know, my team sucked, so I was going after Thanksgiving. But Grambling and Southern, yeah, you there, and then if he went on to the Celebration Bowl, all the other stuff, man, kids will have to come home and fly back.
That's perform. Ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Hey, well, appreciate the call, Monty. I think his call dropped. 0968 coming to you. Hey, if you are a member of the channel and you're calling in, drop your last 4. You get to skip the line. So if you are a member, you want to call in, drop your last 4. You get to go to the front line. All right, 0968 coming to you. Hey, calling you live.
What's good, brother? How's it going?
I'm going well. How about yourself, sir?
Doing good, doing good. My name is Jerome Law. I'm the former president of the JUKEBOX Alumni Association.
Talk to me.
And we've been in, this is our 10th year. And we started our association because of what Mr. Jackson, who was the head band director at the time, expressed to us with the, he had expressed concerns about budgeting, scholarships, and different things like that. Our association actually does give back to the band. We just gave them a $100,000 check this year for scholarships. My
Congratulations.
Brother. So,
hold on, let me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We understand the importance of alumni giving back, and that's the reason we started our alumni association. So, I don't know, is it okay if I plug the alumni association? So if there's anybody out there that don't know anything about it. So if you Google JUKEBOX Nation, you will be able to look it up. If you're a former member of the JUKEBOX, you can join, or if you're a fan of the JUKEBOX, we even have a fan portion where their proceeds go towards the band. And every year over the last 10 years, we've given out book vouchers. And I think we buy at least 2 sets of dancing doll uniforms every year for the band. So for the past 10 years, alumni have been doing a good thing. But I just wanted to come on your show and thank you for putting the word out so people can see what's going on, you know, in our HBCUs and understand that the bands really are not as appreciated as they should be. I also have my own YouTube channel where I film bands, and I've been in stadiums, talked to sports information directors, and they know that at least 50% of that crowd that's there is there for the band. At least that's there. If you think about Jackson and Southern over the last 10 years with the Boombox Classic, there have been more non-Jackson and Southern students there that have come there for band than any other band battle that you've seen throughout the year. If the bands would just stop doing fifth quarters, in my opinion, and tell everybody, we're not going to do a fifth quarter, we're going to do a battle the night before and come buy your tickets there, I guarantee you those football teams will feel the pain.
I like that. I like that. I absolutely like that.
Yeah. Don't do a fifth quarter. Just do your halftime, play spirit songs, and go home and see how that and tell your fans. All right, y'all, just so y'all know, we will be at the game, but we also gonna do a battle the night before. And that's when we're gonna put our music out.
Let me ask you this. What if Southern's band in Grambling decide to boycott the Bayou Classic or the Battle of the Bands at the Bayou Classic, how impactful would that be? To how much would that shake up, you know, what's going on?
I think it would shake it up tremendously. Honestly, have you ever been to one of the Bayou Classic Battle of the Bands?
Negative. This year would have been my first year.
Okay, so I just want you to know that when the step show is going on, that place is at about 30%, maybe 35, 40% capacity. The step show usually happens right before the bands come in. They save the bands for last. Once the bands come in there, like when the step show starts and you look up on the 3rd level, it's empty. By the time the bands get ready to start marching in, that whole place is packed out.
Wow.
Half of that stadium. They use half of the stadium for the battle. That whole half of the stadium is packed out. So I just want you to understand, people know when the bands are coming on, so they know when to show up to the battle.
Well, when people talk about it, it really just blows my mind. Like, I didn't understand it until I went to the Southern and Jackson State Battle of the Bands, like how serious people really take that stuff. And like people were standing and yelling and booing and waving flags. And I'm like, for the bands? And listen, it's a thing I probably will never understand. I love good music, but the passion for it is what is definitely what surprised me about the whole thing. But Mr. J, I appreciate you for calling in. I put your information on the screen so people, if they want to support and donate, they absolutely can. I appreciate you calling in. And listen, I hope you guys get all the funding and more funding and membership that you need to be a part of the band's success.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
No
You be
problem.
blessed, brother.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, listen, I don't know everything Mr. Law said. That is not what is going on there, sir. He said we don't get down like that. We out here supporting ours. All right, we just gave 100,000. Okay, shout out to the JUKEBOX Nation. Make sure you guys go support. If you are a Southern, I don't care if you play football, you a fan, go support, make a donation. It all comes back tenfold because you're going to go to the game anyway, and who's going to be there? The human JUKEBOX. So might as well make a donation. 9391 coming to you. Hey, calling you live. (9391) you live.
Hey, Scotty, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
This is Christopher Jones, former band member at the Alabama State University.
Talk to me.
And, you know, I think it all boils back to being on one accord, from your president to your band directors to your assistant band directors. And I think that's one of the problems that Southern is having, is that they're not having, they're having some communication problems, I think. You see it at Alabama State, where the whole band was able to fly out to UCLA to play. They have this Honda band Battle of the Bands, February 18, 2023. That's going to be on the campus of Alabama State University. That all of that comes from good business. And so I would just like to encourage Southern, because I remember playing Southern, going down there it was the Gulf Coast Classic at the time. And I can remember, battling the Women. They came up to Alabama State a couple of times. So I know that battle, but I would just like to encourage them to start working together, because I think that's what it's going to take.
All right, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate the call. 7909 coming to you. Hey, you live.
Scotty.
Yes,
Scotty,
sir.
what's up, buddy?
What's goody?
Yo, man, like, it's kind of crazy that you did this show today, considering the back and forth I was having about whether or not the band was going to come to Gardner Webb this weekend.
Oh, really?
For A&T. So, yeah, because there was a big fuss about it, about whether or not the band decided not to go. And so a lot of folks felt like they should go. And I'm like, yeah, you guys don't know their budget. And even if they did have it in the budget, they probably think there's things that are more important to do. I mean, they've been on it since August. They've been all over the place since August.
Wow.
So, and they practice and do everything else. And I think some folks kind of went over the line saying that the football team's the number one reason why you have a band. Because no, they're not. They're important, but they're not the number one reason why the band exists. The band can exist without them. And I think a lot of folks don't understand that. So and I think a lot of folks are attacking the energy in the wrong direction too. I mean, it comes down to the administration and the leadership more than anybody else. It's not on the students. It ain't the students' call whether or not they're going to go or not.
That's real.
And I've always felt that way. So for me, it's about about the students. And I know that most HBCU bands, the budgets are a challenge. A lot of them don't have scholarships. At least I can speak for A&T. The bulk of those students they have limited, if not any, scholarships. And I always say it's a miracle that they're as good as they are, considering that. Because those students are doing that for the love more than anything else. Because they're not doing it for the scholarship money, because most of them don't have it. So when I heard about it, I'm like, yeah, it'd be nice for them to be there, but it ain't that deep to me, because it's their decision. They got to think about recruitment and things and other things considering that, and try to get exposure for the school, because the band's a big advertising school for HBCU, whether folks want to admit it or not.
That's fair. That's fact.
I argue that it's probably the biggest. So, but
I get it.
That's all I got, man. I just, keep doing what you're doing.
No, I
keep bringing that light up.
Always. Me, I'm the accountability police out here in these streets. Maybe
you gotta. All right, man. You gotta be.
I appreciate it, bro. Listen. If you are new to the stream, because I usually don't talk about the bands, please like and subscribe, okay? It might be it's a hit or quitter. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a hit or quitter. I ain't much of a band guy because I don't understand all the band logic and the tones and stuff like that. All I know is that when I went to the Battle of the Bands, Jackson State ain't doing this. That's all I'm saying. And Paris, I know where it's not at. I know they played that song at the Battle of the Bands. That's why I played it. That's the song on top of the Jesse Powell U that they played that washed y'all, okay? Y'all ain't doing that. I told you I sound like a car horn. That's how Jack stays down. There's a whole bunch of half notes. I'm like, what the hell is that? 6259 coming to you. Hey, calling you live.
What's going on, Scotty? How many beats of have no gets? You just said that.
You said what?
I said, how many beats of have no gets since you just said that?
All I know is a half note. That's all I know. Don't ask me no beats and that.
Listen, you over here talking about music.
Listen. Let me tell you this.
You don't even know how many beats I have no get.
Listen, let me tell you. Like my homeboy, he's a rapper, right? So I was like, yo, I need you on the song. He's like, you need eight or 16. I'm like, bro, I don't know what that means, bro. I just need you to rap on the damn track. He's like, you need 8. I'm like, I don't know what that means. Just rap on the damn track. I don't.
Man, I'm studying boom all day. I craft all 27, but aside from all that, man, like this is probably one of the best shows you've ever had. Man, I'll tell you one thing, that band is gonna work, but I'm marching the band 5 years. I just graduated from college from Jackson State.
Oh,
and man, it's been times where like we had a game on a Saturday, and then that next day, the Sunday, we'll have to go perform at a Saints halftime show.
Wow.
You know, and it's kind of like we didn't have no choice because, you know, of course we were doing it to raise funds for the band. So, you know, it's a lot of sacrifice. And like Smash Time mentioned, you know, everybody going home for the holidays, you know, band's still there, you know, because we got to play for the Celebration Bowl and championship. So, man, you know, I can go on and on about my band days, but, you know, with all the hard work we had to do. But this is definitely one of the best shows you had, bro. I just had to go ahead and put my 2 cents in and also question your musicality.
Don't embarrass me. See, now that's why I don't do no band shows. Because if I start getting questions, they be like, hey, Scotty, what's
we appreciate the combo, though. We appreciate you.
Oh man, hey, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for the call.
Man, appreciate
man, listen, don't get me asking. I don't know about no treble clefs and clef notes, and I know what a rest look like. Isn't that like the circle with the line through it? That's all I know. Rest, okay? I know rest, and I know what that S. I don't even know what the S is, but the S with that starts the, you know, that starts like the music thing, like, you know, the S thing. I don't know. I don't be knowing. But I just want to be like, that's just different. I ain't gonna hold you. It's just different. So that's a coda. I don't know what no coda is. A treble clef. Oh, I must say coda. I don't know. In the day, Juke got the dub over here. Hey, listen. Thank you, Justin. In my world, in my musical interpretation, they won. Now, like I said, there's been plenty of times I've seen Jackson State wash people in the stands. Plenty of time. Now, I'll tell you one thing. Listen, bro. the crazy thing was at the Boombox Classic, being in the middle of like Jackson and Southern, like, yeah, oh, that was crazy. Okay, that's an experience in its own. Just whoo, A1. Absolutely A1. It's been 3 songs that the jukebox has played that has made my mouth drop. Like, I just couldn't help but stand up. You know how black people are when they hear something like hear something really good, you get that nasty face, like, ooh, that's so nasty. Ooh. Like, my face did that. They played in the 5th quarter, they played Rain Down on Me. It sounded so crisp. It was against the Alcorn game at Alcorn versus Southern. They played Rain Down on Me. It was so, like, it was so clean. It was just like, oh my God, like you could hear it. It was crazy, right? That one, the Tomorrow that I just played, and the Jesse Powell You. That Jesse Powell You, I like that. If you had to be in the stadium to hear how they played that joint. It was such a vibe. All right. Even the biggest haters had to get up and vibe with that joint. Okay. It was just like, listen, man, when music, when black people hear some good music, you just can't help but at least, just bop. It don't matter how much of a hater you are. Okay. You still got to be like, man, that's actually pretty damn good. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was like, oh, that's my jam right there. You know what I'm saying? So those are the 3 tracks that I heard from Southern. I was just like, oh my God, that was amazing. Now, the Jackson State song that I liked was they played the Janae Aiko song pretty well. That's really the only song I can remember, honestly, that was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? That was the only one I was just like, that ain't bad. But everything else, I think Southern won that joint. But teach his own. He said the jukebox effect. They be vibing, bro. They be yeah. That was good. That was good. I can't lie. That was pretty darn good. That was pretty good. I gotta give you that one. That was pretty good. And listen, Jackson State probably got the best entrance though. Like they really do though. Like you can't the entrance, get ready. Like I really enjoy it. I don't have no pom pom. I don't be like this, but I actually enjoy it. I actually enjoy the entrance. The entrance is actually pretty good. I think me personally, I like Southern's drum major better than okay, so this is how I rate my drum majors. I like Alcorn. I think Alcorn, to me, they would be my number 1 drum major. I like Alcorn as my drum majors. They did this jank at against Texas Southern when they was like grinding on the ground. I was like, oh, that's dope. Like it was how they was bending it. It was fire. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, hey, that's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's pretty dope. So I would go with them. Then I would go with Southern, and then I would go with Jackson. And the reason Jackson is last to me, I feel like they do a little too much. You know what I'm saying? Like all this, it's just too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just too much. I just feel like this is too much. They be all that, and they just do too much. They just do too much. It's the shake. It's the shake at the end for me. Like I'll be like, yo, y'all Bama's is doing too much. Like they so extra. They just too. The reason I like Southern guy to me, for one guy to command that much attention is dope to me. It's just dope to me. Like it's just like you're by yourself in the middle of the stage and you got to command the crowd. I just think it's dope. I just think that's dope to me. Like how he be like, and then they do the bend back and all that. I just think that's dope. You know what I'm saying? So, man, yeah, the J5, bro, they just do too much. They just do a little too much for me. That's just my personal opinion. They just be doing too. It's that shake. I'm like, what are you doing? I feel like they need some ruffles. Like if they had some ruffles, like them girls back in the 70s, you know, with the little shiny dresses and stuff like that, that be like whipping and stuff. Like I'd be like, y'all must need some ruffles or something. Like they just be doing too much. I ain't even gonna hold you. They just do too much. You know what I'm saying? So it just is. I'll tell you one thing I like about FAMU. I like how they walk in with their cape like this. Like, that's actually pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of stuff FAMU does is just boring. Like, it's not exciting to me. You know what I'm saying? But the way they walk in with their cape, like, you know what I'm saying? That jake is actually pretty smooth. I ain't even gonna hold you. Yeah, that jake is it's pretty clean. They be coming in that jake like they like the Green Ranger, just, you know, flapping that jake. But FAMU boring. They boring. They like Kool-Aid with no sugar. Like, they are Atlanta A&T from Drumline. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to play the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? They over there hit it with a little Flight of the Bumblebee. I'm like, bro, this is so whack. Like, play something. You know what I'm saying? Smash coming to you.
Scotty, I'm over here crying, dog. You know what's more funny about this shit?
Why?
Because you don't know a motherfucking thing about it. And look, you are saying some stuff that people be saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people like Southern drum music because he's the one person that can command a lot. And some people think Jackson's dance too much. Some people think Jackson's drum music is the greatest show on earth. I think they fire as a motherfucker. But the fact that you don't know a thing about band and you got these opinions is funny as hell, boy. Then somebody gonna be like, well, he's right. He don't know that, but he know that. You know what I'm saying? That's the funniest thing about it. But you know what I'm saying? I just call it.
No, because I mean, like, it's just like, for me, it's just the eye test for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like when a girl watching basketball, they're like, I don't know, but that guy can shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what's going on, but you just know what you see. And what I see is what I see. And when I hear, I mean, I've been to so many games. I love Bethune. I actually do like Bethune-Cookman's band. It actually sounds really good in the stands. They're not really loud, but they just got a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? So, but, you know, like, I just tell you what I see and what I hear. And what I see and what I hear is what I see and what I hear. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is.
It's like, you got to be that tiebreaker judge, the unbiased judge. Like, you got 6 judges, you got to be the 7th judge.
Yeah,
you know
just have
Let's see what Scotty says.
Yeah, just have me right there, because I'm like, listen, I don't know about, I'll say, like, I don't know about this and I don't know about that. All I know is this is what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the only, like, and Key said the same thing, the only school to me that's really gone back and forth with Jackson in the stands is Southern and Tennessee State. That's it. Like, those are the only 2 bands that I've heard that I was just like, oh, they came to play. The rest of them jokers, they be getting drowned out. They be getting, like, and Jackson State is so disrespectful. You'll be trying to finish, and Jackson would just come in, like, right when you about to finish, they be like, shut up. You ain't, like, they won't even let you finish.
You're doing it now.
Oh,
you're doing it right now. You don't even know what the fuck you talking about, but you saying something that's so damn correct. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the boom gonna smash on your ass. You know what I'm saying? But there's a point about you, like, they don't have, like, the melodic sound. They have one of the biggest, best movement sections in the Quake. And the fact that you don't understand what's going on because you just hear boom, boom, boom. But when you sit back and listen, you may well pay attention to what's actually going on. But the honest, I don't know what the fuck going on opinion is hilarious. You should start doing band reactions. Like, pick a band video a week, and you don't know what's going on. But I like this. His head kind of big. His head falls off, but he sounds good. You know what I'm saying? You should start doing some shit like this, guy. This should go platinum. But I ain't got it, man.
Hey, appreciate it, man. I might do that, Smash. I ain't even gonna hold you. I might do that. But yeah, I mean, listen, I'm just telling y'all my experiences. I mean, I've been to a lot of games. All right, in these past 2 years, I've seen a lot of things. So, but the one thing about Jackson, dog, if they don't think you can compete with them, they gonna little boy you all day long. Jackson will little boy you on. They was little boying Alabama A&M like the whole game. And the thing about Alabama A&M is they're like the brother that's not competitive, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jackson's the big brother that's like, we gonna play, right? Like, nah, play. And Alabama A&M's the little brother, like, I don't even really like this game. And they're just playing with the controller, not really caring to win. And the other brother wants you to play like, hey man, play serious, man. For real, play for real. Like, that's what Jackson was to A&M. Like, you know, it just A&M is just like, yo, we don't do this. Like, this is not our thing. But Jackson, they will little boy you in a minute. I mean, they don't care. Like, I'm like you'll be sitting back and be like, aren't one team supposed to play and then the other? Jackson be like, F what you talking about, bro. We about to play right now. So it's just funny to me. I just find it hilarious. That's all I'm saying. So I might do some. I don't know, man. Shit, I can send you some videos. Hey, Justin, yeah, send me some videos, man. Send me some videos, bro. Send them to my Twitter or to my Instagram. It's easy for me to see them. Yeah, but I'll do it. I'll do it. Stay disappointed. Because they ain't got nobody to go against. They be playing with the white people. They be like, man, they don't care. They don't care. But what's up with the Capes and drum majors? I was trying to get the James Brown on JSU sound. I'm thinking about a couple of cousins. One of the brothers was super competitive. The other was very tough, but didn't care about who. That's just what it. That's what A&M is when it comes to Jackson. They don't really care. They just I don't care. I'm like, so they be dancing. So yeah, man, that's it. I'm about to get up out of here, guys. Listen, at the end of the day, all respect to all bands. Listen, the more I get ingratiated excuse me. The more I get ingratiated in the culture, the more I respect like the work that the bands, like I might not come for the game to see the band. That's never been my thing. It would never be my thing. I don't come to no football game to see the band. But I can respect the time, energy, and effort it takes to do what you do. I can respect that, and I always will respect that, because the more I understand, the more I'm like, goddamn, that's crazy. Y'all put in a lot of work. So just like I can respect the time and effort that football players put into the field, it's nothing to say. I can't diminish the time and effort that a band member does to perfect their craft, because it all takes time and hours and diligence and patience to do what they do. So salute to every band member, salute to every band director, you know what I'm saying, for what you guys do, and the fact that you guys keep pushing forward even when they have so many things around you that's not benefiting you or not getting you where you need to go. So all respect, you know what I'm saying? I know I make fun of the bands all the time, but all respect, for real, for real. Hey, listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. Listen, bro, why it gotta be one? All lives matter. I'm talking about the band right now. Over here gonna hit me with an all lives matter. All artists matter. We talking about bands. That's what white people be doing. Black people getting shot. Oh, what about white people? We're not talking about white people. Jesus. Why people gotta do that? We talking about bands. All artists matter. Oh, my bad. My bad. That's on me. I'll take that. I'll take the hit for that. But listen, until next time, you know. My bad. Until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.